Ahmed, Alan, Aryan, Fawaz, Jiva.
Yes, sir.
All right. Any doubts from the last class?
No, no, sir.
All right. You have completed differential equation. All right. In the last class, we started with vectors. So there are few types of vectors you need to know about them. First is zero vector or null vector. All right. The vector whose initial point and terminal point coincide is called null vector. All right. Magnitude would be 0. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. AA vector, BB vector, CC vector. If there is a single point, this vector will be null vector. Second one is unit vector. The terminal point coincide. All right, Ahmed. Initial point and terminal point coincide. What is unit vector? A vector whose magnitude is unity is called unit vector. And please understand this vector very clearly. This is very, very, very important. Unit vector you are going to need in this chapter and in the next chapter also. Right. So unit vector is represented by, suppose there is a vector A vector, then unit vector of A will be represented by A cap. All right. If they have given A cap, I cap, B cap, J cap, then you have to understand by default that that is a unit vector. All right. And how to find a unit vector? A cap you can find A vector upon magnitude of A. All right. This thing is clear.
Yes, sir.
If they ask you to find a unit vector of vector B, then what you have to do, divide that vector by its magnitude. I hope this is clear. Fawaz, clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. Jiva, Ellen, Aryan, Ahmed.
Yes, sir.
All right. Please note it down. Tell me when you're done.
So could you explain the first one?
All right. The first one is zero vector. Zero vector means any vector which does not have any magnitude. Very simple. All right. We represent a vector like this: initial point and terminal point. If the initial point and terminal point coincide, that means there is only one single point. So we can see there is no magnitude, there is no length of this vector. Right, Ahmed?
Yes, sir.
This would be called null vector or zero vector. And please remember that null vector has no direction, right? If they ask you ever 1 mark question, maybe null vector, 0 vector has no direction or any direction. Alright, done this? Done writing this? Third one is co-initial vector. Two or more vectors are called co-initial vectors if their initial point coincide. Very simple. If all of them start from a single point, they are all co-initial vectors. Fourth one, collinear vector. This is also very important, collinear. Two or more vectors are collinear if they are parallel to each other, irrespective of their magnitude. Right? If a vector is like this, another is like this. If their direction is parallel, then we can say they are collinear. We do not care about the magnitude of collinear vectors. Alright, equal vectors. Very simple. If magnitude and direction is equal, if two vectors are having same magnitude and direction, they will be called equal vectors. All of these are clear, everyone?
So the
Yes or
fourth
no,
one.
guys? Fourth one. All right. Fourth one is if suppose there is a vector along the north direction, all right, with magnitude 10, and we have another vector which is in the north direction with magnitude 12. All right, they are parallel, right, Ahmed? Because the direction is same.
Yes, sir.
Then they will be called collinear vector. We do not care about their magnitude. All right,
Yes, sir.
clear?
So if they're parallel, they are collinear vectors.
Right, and parallel, do not assume that these will be not collinear. If someone is moving along north, another is moving along south, right? In mathematical terms, we call that anti-parallel, but they are also collinear, right? Because in the next point, I'm going to explain this. If you change the direction, then the magnitude becomes negative, right? In vectors, I believe you already know this.
Yes, sir.
And we do not care about the magnitude. So anti-parallel vectors are also collinear. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, note it down. Tell me when you are done. All right. Negative of a vector. A vector with, all right, Ryan. All right, guys, raise your hands if you have noted this down. Everyone. Then I'll scroll down. A vector with same magnitude but opposite direction is called negative of a vector. Right? If this is vector A, then I keep the magnitude same, but I change the direction. This will be minus A. All right. Suppose I name this as a CD. So this vector will be named CD vector and this will be named DC vector. So we can say DC vector is negative of CD vector. Right, everyone? Name me a vector from initial point to final point. Clear?
Sir, can you explain again?
All right. See, if there is a vector from west to east, all right, and we name the vectors from tail to head, right? AB vector. If the magnitude is at 10, then I do not change the magnitude, but switch it. All right. This is point A, this is point B. This vector will be named BA vector, right? So we can say AB vector is negative of BA vector. Here, negative sign represents the direction of a vector. All right, Fawaz?
Yes, sir.
All right. Please note it down, guys. All right, solve one question. In figure 1, which of the vectors are collinear, equal, coinitial? All right, everyone. You have 5 minutes for this. All right. So we can see A and C, their directions is equal, right? They are all, both are moving upwards. So A is equals to C vector, and C and D, if you see, they are opposite directions but same magnitude. So they are collinear, right? Parallel vectors. C, D, and A also, they are collinear. All right. And B vector, D vector, C vector are starting from the same initial point. So co-initial, we have B vector, C vector, and D vector. Is everyone clear about this?
So,
Yes.
how are C and D collinear?
Yeah. See, actually, I did not draw this straight, but please assume this is one straight line. All right.
Yes, sir.
Now this is clear, Kinsa?
Yes, sir.
All right.
A and C should be collinear, right? Like,
Yes. Sorry, my bad. A and C are also. I wrote it right. Collinear. C vector, A vector, and D vector collinear. All three are collinear.
and they're both equal as well, right?
Yes, A and C are equal also. All right. Okay. Next topic. Give me 1 minute. Next topic is triangle law of vector addition. What does this law say? If two sides is A, B, and C, if two sides AB vector and BC vector represent two sides of a triangle, all right, then we can say AB vector plus BC vector is equals to AC vector. Very simple. How to use this in questions? Look for these two vectors, all right. I explained like a river is flowing, all right, from A to B without changing the direction from B to C. And if you add these two vectors, then the river that is flowing against the direction, that will be the resultant vector. All right, you can see this is starting from here, moving to this direction. Another vector is starting from this point, moving to this direction. But third vector is starting from here to here. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Right. So let me give you one example. Please tell me how to write which two addition of vectors will be equal to third vector. Send the answers on chat. I'll give you options also. A vector plus B vector is C vector. B vector plus C vector is A vector. A vector plus C vector is B vector. All right, think about this. Try to solve. Ryan, Fawaz, please check again. No, guys, I don't think you understood this. Let me explain again. See, in this vectors, A vector is moving in this direction, all right? B is moving in this direction, all right? So if I move from A like this, then I can see C is in the opposite direction. So A plus C we cannot write. But if you move along B, then B is moving in this and C is moving like this. So we can say A vector plus C vector, sorry, B vector plus C vector is equals to A vector. Absolutely correct, Ahmed. Fawaz, this thing is clear?
Sir, can you explain again?
All right. All right. Look at it in this question. One vector is moving like this. All right. And B is starting from its terminal point like this. Right, Fawaz?
Yes, sir.
So you are not facing any resistance if you move from A, B, and C, right? A to B and B to C, right?
Yes, sir.
What you will write? A vector plus B vector. If you move towards C, C is in the opposite direction, right? If you move from like this, then C is in the opposite direction. So the resultant vector will be C vector. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Everyone is clear? Ryan?
Yes, sir.
All right. Note it down, this triangle law vector addition. All right, what is parallelogram law of vector addition? If two vectors A and B are denoted by sides of a parallelogram, then their sum is given by the diagonal of parallelogram. Right? Very simple. Suppose this is a parallelogram. And this is vector A, this is vector B. So this will also be vector A, this will also be vector B, because in parallelogram, the opposite sides are parallel. So what they are saying, if A and B are two sides of a parallelogram, then their resultant will be given as the diagonal of a parallelogram. So this will be A vector plus B vector. You can say this is C vector. If you use triangle law also, you can get the same answer. You can see B vector, then A vector. And the resultant is C vector. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
All right. Note it down. All right, few properties of vectors. Commutative property. A vector plus B vector will be equals to B vector plus A vector. This you know since childhood. Associative property. Just A vector plus B vector. If you add this, then add C vector. This will be equals to A vector plus B vector plus C vector. All right. Existence of additive identity. What is additive identity? That if you add one vector to this, then the result will not change. And we remember null vector, right? Zero vector. So zero vector is the additive identity of any vector. All right, everyone. You can get 1 mark question out of this. So please remember, additive identity is null vector. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, note it down. This is existence of additive identity. Existence of additive identity. Was fourth one, third one is existence of additive identity. All right.
Yes, thank you, sir.
All right. All right. So components of vector, right? All of this that we did is theory part, but now you have to understand this very carefully, right? This will be applied in 3D also. If this is x axis, this is y axis, this is z axis. Suppose I draw a vector O and P. All right, this is OP vector. All right, and this coordinates of P is x comma y comma z. All right, coordinates of P is x comma y comma z. Origin is 0 comma 0 comma 0. Right. So first thing, writing the position vector of OP. What do I mean by position vector? Starting from origin. All right, starting from origin. All right, if any coordinate is given, then you can write OP vector, OA vector, OC vector as such. If the coordinates of P is x comma y comma z, then position vector OP will be x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. What is I cap, j cap, k cap? Suppose this is 1, this is 1, this is 1. I told you, wherever you see cap, then that is a unit vector, right? So I cap, j cap, k cap. Absolutely correct, Ahmed. Ahmed. I cap is unit vector along x-axis. J cap is unit vector along y-axis. K cap is unit vector along z-axis. And this is fixed. Already you cannot change it. बड़े बुजुर्ग कह के गए हैं I cap will be used to represent unit vector along x-axis and so on. All right. So magnitude of I, j, and k will be 1. Position vector OP we can write as xi cap, yj cap plus zk cap. All right. So these are called the components of a vector. All right. We broke this vector into 3 axes, x, y, and z, and we know how to write it. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let me give you an example. Suppose there is a coordinate a 1, 2, 3, and they ask you to write position vector of a. Then OA vector we can write I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap. Right?
Yes, sir.
Everyone is clear about this?
Yeah.
All right. Please note it down. Done, everyone?
Yes, sir. Done.
All right. Now, next important thing, magnitude of a vector. OA is represented by OA modulus. All right. If you have a vector, then magnitude is written as A mod. So if you have to find the magnitude of any vector, suppose I have to find magnitude of OP vector, then magnitude you can easily find by squaring the coefficients and taking under root. All right, very simple. Just find the coefficients of I, j, and k with sign, square them, add them, take under root. For an example, we have OA vector as this. Mod of OA will be under root coefficient of I is 1, 1 square, plus j is 2, 2 square, plus k is 3, 3 square. So 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9. So under root 13. This is the magnitude of OA vector. This thing is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? All right. And what is magnitude? Magnitude means simply the distance of O from A. All right. We know magnitude means this length. So this distance will be root 13. All right. Fawaz, Ahmed, Alan,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
please note it down. Tell me when you're done. Yes, my bad. This is root 14. All right. Very simple question. OA vector is given. Find magnitude of OA vector. 2 minutes for this. All right. So this will be under root 4 square plus 5 square plus 3 square, right? Minus 3 square. Everyone is getting 32. I don't know the answer. Let me just calculate this. This is 16 plus 25 plus 9. So this is root 50. Absolutely correct. Why are you getting 32?
Because we took -3 whole square, not -3 the whole square.
All right, all right. The coefficient square, right? X square plus y square plus z square. So the value of z here is -3. So z square, if you do, it will become positive. Everyone is clear about this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Very simple, right? Free marks in this chapter. Only if you know how to solve questions. All right. So next topic. If vector A is given as a1 I cap plus a2 j cap plus a3 k cap, and B vector is given as b1 I cap plus b2 j cap plus b3 k cap. All right. Then few things you need to know. If I do a vector plus b vector, then do nothing, just add the coefficients of I, j and k. This will be a1 plus b1 I cap plus a2 plus b2 j cap plus e3 plus b3 k cap. Very simple. This is true for minus also. All right. Just add or subtract the coefficients of ii, jj and kk. You will get the answer. Second is a and b are equal. If and only if a1 is equals to b1, a2 is equals to b2, e3 equals to b3. Right? That means the coefficients of I, j, k must be equal. If you multiply a vector by a scalar quantity, suppose lambda is a scalar quantity, then what happens? It will be multiplied with all the coefficients. Very simple. All right, everyone.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Note it down.
So please
Then
read the second one.
second one, a and b are equal vector if a, a and b, a1 equals to b1, a2 equals to b2, and a3 equals to b3. All right. A and b are equal vector if and only if a1 equals to b1, a2 equals to b2, a3 equals to b3. That means the coefficients of I and j and k must be equal. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Note it down. All right, Bhavas. The second one is a and b are equal if and only if. Let me rewrite this. All right. And no need to be sorry. I know my handwriting is really bad. So you can ask 100 times.
नहीं ऐसे बात नहीं
नहीं मैंने एक्चुअली पहली क्लास में बोल रखा है, जो न्यू स्टूडेंट्स शायद उनको मैंने रिपीट नहीं करी है बात, ठीक है। पुराने एवरीवन नोस, ऑलराइट। पुरानों को तो शायद अब तक आदत हो गई होगी बैड हैंडराइटिंग की। डन। ऑलराइट, next one is if a and b are two vectors and k and m are two scalars, then what we can say, if they have given k times a vector plus m times a vector, then you can take this common, k plus m a vector, k times, if they have given a vector plus b vector, then you can break down k a vector plus k b vector. If two scalars are multiplied, then you can multiply them, then multiply with a. Alright, very simple. Note it down. Tell me when you're done. Let a and b be two vectors and k and m be two scalars. Done, everyone?
Yes, sir.
All right. Few questions now. Very easy questions. Find the values of x, y, and z so that the vectors a vector is xi cap plus 2j cap plus z k cap. All right, I write z like this because my 2 and z look the same, and b vector is 2i cap plus yj cap plus k cap are equal. All right, if a and b are equal, then find the value of x, y, and z. Very simple question. I need the answers from all of you. All right. All right, this question is very simple. Just compare the coefficients, right? If two vectors are equal, then coefficients are equal. So x will be equals to 2, 2 will be equals to y, z will be equals to 1. This is the answer. Right, everyone? Jiva, this thing is clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. Alan and Jiva, you guys are not responding that much in the class. All right. Please try to take participation. Next question. Let a vector equals to I cap plus 2j cap. B vector equals to 2i cap plus j cap. Is mod A equals to B. All right. And A vector equals to B. Two-part question. Very easy. All right. So mod A you can calculate 1 square plus 2 square under root. Mod B is also 2 square plus 1 square under root. So they are equal. In the second part, they are asking, is A vector equals to B vector? This answer is no, right? Coefficients are not equal. So we will say A vector is not equals to B vector, but magnitude of A is equals to magnitude of B vector. Right, everyone? Fawaz, this thing is clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. Next question, I told you how to find unit vector. Unit vector you can find A cap equals to A vector upon mod of A. Remember this for the next question. Find the unit vector in the direction of A vector equals to 2i cap plus 3j cap plus k cap. Right? Or they can change this question as find the unit vector of A vector. All right. Please solve it. All the Fawaz. Rest of you, have you solved this? Kinza, Jiva, Ryan, Alan, Ahmed.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Yes,
got the
sir.
answer? All right. So how to find A cap is A vector upon mod A. So A vector is 2i cap plus 3j cap plus k cap upon 2 square is 4, 9, 13 under root 14. Right? This is the answer. You can write it like this. Or you can break it down to each individual quantities. Next question. find a vector in the direction of A equals to I cap minus 2j cap that has magnitude of 7 units. And this question I'm going to solve. Whenever they say find a vector in the direction of another vector, remember that you have to find unit vector. All right. What is the point of unit vector, right? Magnitude is 1. So we use that to get the direction of any vector. All right. Unit vector is the like पुराने मूवीज में जो बूढ़ा आदमी होता है ना टॉर्च लेके खड़ा होता था डायरेक्शन दिखाने के लिए, that is the unit vector. So when they say find a vector in the direction of a vector, so first task is to find a cap. All right, so let's find a cap. A cap is I minus 2j divided by 1 square plus 2 square, so 1 upon root 5 I cap minus 2j cap. Now they are saying find a vector which is in this direction but a magnitude of 7. Right? So we can say C vector is 7 times A cap because A cap has magnitude of 1. Yes or no? This thing is clear, everyone?
What's that?
See how what is the magnitude of A cap? What is the magnitude of A cap?
1.
1, right? So if I multiply this A cap by 7, then the magnitude becomes
7 A cap.
sorry,
7.
7, right? So that is what they are asking. A vector which is what direction? In the direction of A. So A cap represents the direction of A vector and the magnitude must be 7. So I multiplied by 7. So C vector we can write 7 into 1 upon root 5 I cap minus 2j cap. This thing is clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
All right, please note it down everyone. Next question. Find the unit vector in the direction of the sum of the vectors A vector equals to 2I cap plus 2j cap minus 5k cap and B vector equals to 2I cap plus j cap plus 3k cap. This question you have to solve. I'll give you 3 minutes for this, or 5 minutes. All right, very easy question. All right, Fawaz, let's give others 2 minutes, then we'll discuss the answer. Everyone, please send me the answers. Kinza, Ahmed, Alan, Jiva, Ryan. All right, Jiva. All right, let's see. Sum of p vectors, so a plus b vector, let's add them. So this is 4i cap plus 3j cap minus 2k cap. Suppose this is c vector. So c cap we can find c vector upon mod of c. So mod of C is 4 square plus 3 square plus 2 square under root into C vector. This is division. So this is 16 plus 9, 25 plus 4 root 29 into C vector. All right. Few people have sent writing plus 2k. Please correct that. That is negative 2k. All right. Is everyone clear about this?
Yes, sir.
All right. Next topic. It is also very important. Vector joining 2 points. All right. Suppose we have two points P1 and P2. This is x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, and z2. This is origin. I can join OP1 and OP2, and then I join P1, P2 also. So using vector triangle law, addition law, can I write OP1 vector plus P1, P2 vector equals to OP2 vector? This vector plus this vector equals to this vector? Yes or no?
Yes, so
Right. So what we have to find? We have to find P1, P2 vector. This we have OP2 vector minus OP1 vector, and OP2 vector, we know the position vector of P2 I can write x2 I cap plus y2 j cap plus z2 k cap minus OP1 vector we can write x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap. Subtraction of two vectors, x2 minus x1 I cap plus y2 minus y1 j cap plus z2 minus z1 k cap. So vector joining 2 points. Where is this? Very important. All right, note it down. If you have to find P1, P2 vector, then this minus this will happen. All right, what do I mean by that? Suppose this is A, this is B. This is 1, 2, 3, and this is 3, 2, 1. If they ask AB vector, then what you have to do? B minus A. So 3 minus 1 I cap plus 2 minus 2 j cap plus 1 minus 3 k cap. If you have to find AB vector, then B minus A. If we have to find BA vector, then A minus B. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
so
All right, note it down. All right, solve one question. Find the vector joining the points P as 2, 3, 0 and Q as -1, -2 and -4 directed from P to Q. Very simple question. All right, Ahmed. Solve it, everyone. Very easy question. All right, and so they want to find a vector directed from P to Q. So they want to find PQ vector, and PQ vector we all know. Was you got plus? Please check that if it is positive or negative, right? You will do OQ vector minus OP vector, right? P to Q, so Q minus P. So -1, -2 I cap plus -2, -3 J cap plus -4, -0 K cap. -3 I cap minus J cap -4 K cap. All right, for us, is it clear?
Sir, how, sir?
See, if you have to find PQ vector, then you have to do Q minus P. All right, if you have to find
Okay, sir.
yeah AB vector, then P minus A. All right, remember this. Everyone else